Hello and welcome to another tutorial on Ultraschall 5. My name is Joram and today I want to show you 5 very easy tips to do more with Ultraschall. The first tip I have for you is concerning cutting your items, and you can do that instead of pressing the S key, simply with the Alt key and your mouse pointer. I have a sample project here and I have a problem here where I
published Joram.
How
Get
could I
your
miss
shit
it?
together.
I have audio that's overlapping, and the quick way to fix that is holding down the Alt key and doing a couple of cuts. And now I can move my item around. But there's even one trick that makes this feature one step better. So after I did my first cut, I hold down the Alt and Shift key together, and I immediately cut and delete the item left to my cursor. And then I just hold down the Alt key again on the right side of my item. I hold down the Alt key to move it around, and now I don't have the overtalk.
Published Joram.
How could I miss it?
Get
I don't have that problem anymore. And another way where I like to use it is when I have stuff like this.
your shit together. Shit together.
I have a word that I don't want to have in my recording because we try to provide a clean feed. I simply mute this section here, and then I need some space to put a bleep sound, or in my case, I have a duck sound that I overlay here. And to get some room here, I simply Alt-click on the left side, Shift and Alt-click on the right side. I have some room here in my soundboard track, and now I can pull in my audio file. And I just drop it here, and I miss it.
Get your shit together.
And now I have that fixed. And this is how you do quick cuts with Alt and Alt-Shift. The next tip is very useful when you navigate through a longer project and you want to follow the cursor.
So this is the 14th of June in iScience.
As you see, my cursor just runs off screen right now, and if I want to fix that, I turn on the follow mode here. It's on the left-hand side of your screen here, and you can also toggle it with the F key.
Something that is very dear to our hearts because it follows up with the idea of why cats like catnip. The study is domestic.
And this helps you to either follow along with the cursor if you want to see the waveform that's currently playing, or stop doing that when you are editing somewhere and you want to keep playing in the background, as you might sometimes want to do. The next tip is also related to longer projects. Sometimes you have to listen to a ton of audio to quickly screen it. And in your podcast app, what you would do is you increase the play speed. And you can also do the same thing in Ultraschall. If you go on the top right corner here, you have a slider where you can slide your playback speed. You can make it slower or faster. And
Is domestic cat damage to plant?
immediately your audio is played back faster. And you can also specify a specific rate that you want to increase. For example, if you put in 1.3, you have roughly 30% more speed.
Domestic cat damage to plant leaves containing
Just make sure to double click the slider to reset it to 1.0 at the end of your edit, so the exported file is actually played back at normal speed. The next tip is very useful when you do your edits and you want to avoid pinching and zooming all of the time. So with the Z key, you can quickly zoom into your play cursor and zoom back to the stage, your zoom setting that you had before. So if I zoom out and I press Z, it always goes back into the same detail zoom setting. But if I press the Z key again, it zooms out to whatever I had previously. And with that, I can listen back to my episode and then go in for the edit by zooming in, doing my edit, and then zooming out again. And the fifth and final tip for today is for all of you who are used to edit video. If you edit video, you often use shuttle controls to playback. And there you use the keys J, K, and L. If you press the L key, you play forward.
enhances chemical repellent.
If you press the K key, you stop the playback. And if you press the J key, you play backwards. And just like in shuttle controls and video editing software, if you press the keys multiple times, you increase the playback speed.
Enhances chemical repellent.
And with that, you can, just using your shuttle controls, go through your edit, and even if you have the item selected,
Enhances chemical repellent.
just press the S key to do a cut. So with J, K, and L, and maybe the S key, you can quickly go through an item and chop it up into bits, and then do whatever you want with them later. So these were my 5 tips to get more out of Ultraschall. Follow if you want to see more tips for Ultraschall and long tutorials on the different functionalities. If you have any questions or your own tips that you want to share, put them down in the comments. I'm very happy to read them, and maybe some other people will find them helpful as well. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.